OpenAI has been on an insane trajectory in recent years, and we have already witnessed a couple of LLMs being released. Recently, OpenAI released GPT-4o to succeed the GPT-4 Turbo, and this in itself has led to a lot of questions. What can this model do that the previous models didn't already do? It's time we talked about GPT-4o. We will cover all of the use cases of the model, from the ones released by the company to those discovered by highly passionate people like you. Without further ado, let's cut right to the chase. So, just to bring you up to speed, ChatGPT-4o is OpenAI's latest LLM, and O stands for Omni. Omni literally means everything in Latin. What this essentially means is that the model has the ability to accept prompts that combine not only texts, but also images, videos, and audio. Initially, several models were needed for this to happen. First, you send audio via voice mode, and then your speech is converted to text with Whisper. This text then generates a response using GPT-4 Turbo and converts it to sound with a TTS model. The whole process was cumbersome to say the least. However, this model now has a single model for all of these functions, and as you would already imagine, this saves you a lot of time. Essentially, you can now talk to ChatGPT and get a prompt response.
Could you sing me a lullaby about majestic potatoes?
A lullaby about majestic potatoes?
Also, the model takes note of the tone of your voice. It could tell if you are being sarcastic, as seen in this clip right here.
I'd like you to be super sarcastic. Everything you say from now on is just gonna be dripping in sarcasm. How does that sound?
Being sarcastic all the time isn't exhausting or anything. I'm so excited for this. Nope, the sarcasm. Let's get this party started.
Now that we have a rough idea of ChatGPT-4o, let's get to some of its use cases. Like we mentioned earlier, the previous OpenAI's large language models depended on text prompts to generate any response. However, this newer model can work with text, pictures, and audio. So, just as we saw in Sam Altman's video, you can drop your phone while working and ask ChatGPT what you want to know, and it will answer you. Also, it can read the tone in your voice and respond accordingly. The word on the street is that this model takes it a step further by being able to note your breathing patterns, eye dilation, and even any facial distortion. Perhaps not the most practical thing to do, but let's see what some of the other applications might be like. One of the best things about the LLM model is its proficiency in data analysis and coding tasks. While recent GPT models have already had this functionality, GPT-4o has more exciting possibilities. While there are many controversies about AI entering the education sector, the new ChatGPT-4o model helps users to learn new things in more ways than we could have imagined. In this video, ChatGPT-4o and the kid have an interactive session on Pythagoras' theorem. Of course, this model is not here to replace the teachers because it lacks that human touch. However, ChatGPT-4o might be able to help students further their studies at home on topics they had difficulty in understanding. Here is another incredible use case of the GPT-4o model. It takes visual stimuli from the environment around you and translates it into an audio output. For instance, we can see in this video that the person holds up his phone to inquire about the environment. GPT-4o spots a taxi and informs the user, thereby facilitating the process.
I even know when a taxi is coming with its orange light on. I think I'll hail it to get home.
Yes, I spotted one just now. It's heading your way on the left side of the road. Get ready to wave it down.
Technically, this technology could become our second pair of eyes. There is a conceptual clip from OpenAI in which two GPT-4os discuss. The video shows the possibility of AI in HR, helping businesses to achieve a seamless flow in their operations. Also, this model can be integrated into a working system to help automate a lot of processes. Essentially, responding to customer feedback doesn't have to be a chore anymore with this new AI assistant. It gets even better when you consider the fact that the GPT-4o model can create 3D models in under 30 seconds from a text prompt. You could create and visualize detailed models without specialized software or expert-level knowledge. Here is a video showing how one user creates a 3D model with a simple prompt in a matter of seconds. But if you think this is insane, wait until you see these next use cases of GPT-4o. The ChatGPT-4o model can extract texts from an image packed with many texts. You can take a picture of a menu and ask the model questions like what is the price of this meal on the menu, and it will provide an answer. Several users have also tried its ability to count items in an image. For instance, a user took pictures of 4 coins and asked how many coins were in the picture, and GPT-4o got it right. There was also another moment where a user clipped a scene from the movie Home Alone and asked the LLM to identify where the scene was from. I mean, guys, this is something that no other LLM can boast of. Another pretty cool thing about this new model is that it can transcribe texts. GPT-4o transcribes texts from the 19th century using its image recognition tool. Now users can fool around and use these things in whatever creative way they like. That's gotta count for something, I suppose. Gone are the days when you had to carry a large dictionary or digest large chunks of information while learning a new language during a vacation. The new GPT-4o model can become your on-the-go translator. Real-time translation is possible if you have a roaming data plan on your phone. At this point, it doesn't matter if you are traveling to a country where you don't speak their language. You will still get around without much hassle. While you might not be able to make games like GTA 5 with this new model, you still get to generate some decent games. We've seen a user create a game named Breakout with a screenshot and a text prompt. Can you please code this in Python? That's all it took for the LLM to create an entire game. What in the world? While creating a video game depends a whole lot on the current capability of the platform, we already see how well it performs when it comes to creating a decent game that can follow simple commands. We already know that many AI models are well-versed in image generation. However, what makes GPT-4o particularly impressive is that image generation is just one of the many things the model can do. You could create several shots of an image using text prompts. Users can also prompt a robot to exist and tell it to carry out several actions. The great thing about this application is that the robot retains its appearance throughout the process. The characters are often morphed for other AI image generation tools and look so different from the initial picture. You also get to create comic books and even venture into animations. And if you want, you could turn texts or specific words into visual designs. Although there might be a few flaws in the overall design, they are probably not significant enough to be a deal breaker. And now to something you probably didn't see coming. The new GPT-4o model can modulate its voice to suit your taste, as seen in this video.
It's Friday, May 10th, and we're in San Francisco. I want you to sing me a song about this.
San Francisco, in the month of May.
Month of May. The 10th, it's a Friday.
While I don't particularly find this sample amusing, it offers a glimpse of various possibilities in the near future. This singing thing might seem trivial, but it could be quite practical in cases where you need your AI to modulate its voice. If this ability pairs with facial recognition, it could then modulate its tone to match the person's facial expression. Now, that's something. Who knows? Is it the start of an era? And as we can see, these models are advancing at an unbelievable rate.
Hey, Bowen and Jordan. Let me guess. With that cake and candle there, it looks like someone's having a birthday.
At the end of the day, GPT-4o is miles ahead of its predecessors, being faster, cheaper, and several times more capable. We should remember that this is just the beginning, and while many of these use cases may seem crude to some people, it only gets better from here. But what are your thoughts about GPT-4o and some of its use cases? Let us know in the comments. Please smash that subscribe button if you found this video helpful, and if you missed our last upload, don't sweat it. I have it showing on the screen right here for you to watch.